My name is Robert from UnHinged Magazine. Figured I'd do an interview with you guys. We got David here, Richie, from the band Hand of the Tribe. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
All right, hey. So what's up with you guys? I see doing a little bit of research on you guys. David I've met in the past. Met him at a show out in New York.
Yeah. At the time, I was playing in this band called Our Cast.
Okay.
We were on tour with Volbeat and the Damn Things.
Right.
You brought it. You came to the Irving Plaza show, and that was.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I remember. I looked up on YouTube a little bit. You guys got over just about 800,000 views.
It's getting some good feedback, and we're pretty psyched on the response. So.
Yeah, the numbers have been great, but like what's been even more exciting too is the response, the comments.
Right.
People just generally feel about the songs.
I like all kinds of music, you know what I'm saying? But that one was just kind of more of like a mellow, kind of trippy type song. And it, I feel like it just came out really nice. And we love the vibe. And then we did the video for it. We went with a guy that we used before called Vincent Cohen. He's, he's My Pet Skeleton. You should check that out. He's amazing. And, he did a lot of the artwork for us back in Our Cast, and he also did this animated music video for us back in the day. So we really love his style. We really love what he does, and we asked him to work with us on this moonwalk video. So that was that's kind of how that came about.
I see you were in the Our Cast originally. Richie, how'd you guys get together here for Hand of the Tribe? How'd you guys meet? I got to do the questions, so.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all good. It's a good story. Dave and I met through a mutual friend quite a few years ago, and then periodically I'd run into him at a spot out here where we see a couple local bands that we're both into. And we'd have conversations just about music, about playing live music, about, what we've done, what we want to do. And, it was like the same conversation year after year. And then this last summer, we were having the same conversation, and it just went a little different. And, because their bass player had, run into a situation with his stuff. And so, here I am, like a meant to be thing.
Cool. I'm glad it worked out for you guys, Seems like you guys are getting it going. Hopefully to hear some more. Dave, hinted around that he's got something, third one coming along, third song coming.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I actually have a total of 13 songs, we've been like re-recording them slowly. So we got, I don't know, like 6 or 7 tunes that we could put out. But the plan was to release music videos with them. Right. So we were just about to shoot the third video, and release the third single, and then
this whole mess happened.
Kicking the sack. So it's pretty strange, but here we are. So.
Right.
Yeah, it's been tough just to just get going and then have this temporary stoppage. It is what it is, but not easy.
Richie, Dave, who'd you guys like to collaborate with?
Do you mean like
just maybe fill in on somebody's music, or have somebody help you guys out, or come with you guys? Who'd you guys like to work with?
What do you think, Rich?
Well, I mean, like production wise, you know, I forget his name. We were talking to the, you know, I'm really digging the new Godsmack record, you know,
Right.
Especially a band that's been around that long and put out so much material to now reach this plateau, you know, not find a new sound, but, you know, it's a little different. They've grown with the time. I'm just really impressed with that record, and with their longevity, you know, and how they do things, you know. So that's one of the more inspirational bands out there right now for me.
Yeah, they're all New England guys too, like us. So
New England guys, and
you
not
guys
the
gotta
youngest.
make it happen, you know.
We're not the youngest guys. But,
What would you give? What would you give to some young kids starting out, you know, trying to build their band and stuff like that? You know, some newcomers. Any advice you'd kind of give to them?
yeah, well, I give it to my son all the time because, you know, he's writing songs and putting them up on SoundCloud, you know, and I just say, just keep writing, just keep writing, keep writing, keep writing, and collaborate. Play with as many different people as you can, you know.
Right.
Like Dave was saying, so, you know, chemistry is hard to find, you know, just in friendships and relationships, whatever. But then you got, in a band, you got to have that. But then you also have to have the writing chemistry and the similar ideals of what you want to happen. So, you know, it's not easy. So just as much as you can.
Right. Oh, I like the Kill Switch shirt. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys, man, they're the shit. I love that band.
Dave, I've seen you at a few shows. You know, what was your favorite show that you've been to in recent years, or you know?
Recent years, I mean, I like I just love going to live shows. You know what I mean?
Being there.
Yeah, and I give props and respect to any band that's out there kind of doing it at that level. You know what I mean? So hard to say a favorite one, but you know, I just love going to shows. You know, I love going to the House of Blues here a lot. You know, Paradise.
Plus in Chains over the summer, which was good to see them doing it. Fuck yeah, I love those guys.
I saw them once.
You saw
Yeah, I saw them once, and it was a few years ago with the new singer there. Lately, I've been doing my '80s hair bands. You know.
Oh, yeah.
I love the '80s. I love the '80s. Every night, every evening here, we cook and we blast the '80s and dance, and we have a little dance party and I love the '80s, dude.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, when you guys aren't, you know, making music and you know, singing and stuff like that, what you guys do outside of music world? What you guys like to do? I know Dave likes to go on his boat a little bit here or there, right?
Yeah, man, it's all about the friggin' boat.
Richie likes to go on Dave's boat too.
Dave hasn't invited me yet, so
you're invited, man. Continue yourself.
Sounds good,
yeah.
Man.
No, but it's cool, you know, being on there. You know, you bring the guitar on the boat and just, you know, it's kind of like a little house on the water there. You know, you can,
right.
We sleep on it, we cook on it, we hang out on it. You know, we go all over, and it's just, you know, it's nice to kind of be off land for a while, you know, and just be away. And, you know, I don't know, it's just
especially in the city. In the city, it's like it's almost surreal. You were on this boat, and we pull off and go get dinner and a couple beers and jump, you know, like in downtown Boston, then get back on the boat. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. You guys are musicians now. If you guys weren't doing this, what's something you guys would be? You think you'd be at doing now for a career wise?
It is a good question.
What do you think? What do you think, Richie?
I'm thinking.
Probably be hobos now.
Hanging out on Dave's boat.
Hanging out on his boat.
Yeah. We'd be bums on the boat.
Actually, you know, I grew up in the water, and I used to fish a lot with my dad and pull lobster chops. I know the life of like a professional fisherman, like those dudes out of Gloucester and stuff. That looks like hell on earth. But, you know, I've always liked the beach, you know, growing up where I grew up and being on it. And so something like that. And sometimes I even think about that, like retiring on some like island, just maybe having a small little business, you know, of some sort, you know, whether it catered to tourism or whatever, but something to do with the water or being on the water or the beach, you know?
Yeah. So what are some of the things that, you know, that's tough about the music nowadays? Like, you know, you guys are starting a new band.
It's writing songs, coming up with good ideas and melodies and stuff. And, I was never really the lead singer, so now I'm kind of taking on a new role,
Right.
And it's not, it's singing and playing guitar is not the easiest thing. So I have to kind of cater to my ability of playing and singing, you know what I mean? So whenever I'm writing something, it has to kind of fit, and I have to be able to do it. It's not something that I can just do naturally. Like, some people can play guitar and a freaking ham sandwich and have a conversation. It's like nothing. I can't do that. But and then just the whole process, getting out there, recording, mixing, mastering, and then videos, and then promoting everything. It's a lot. It's a lot to kind of take on. Takes a little bit of money to do it. Takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, I guess. And you got to get the right guys that want to do it just as much as you do, if not more, to really get to that next level. So we've
there's a whole bunch. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There's just a whole bunch of people that say they want to do it, and maybe they mean it too. Because I can say that I've said that in other areas of my life, like yeah, and then whatever. But like Dave was saying, I mean, the time that goes into it, it doesn't stop. So you really got to be into it. And that's what, fortunately, with Hand of the Tribe, me already being friends with Dave, that's all good. We play together well, that's all good. But after hearing the songs, for me too, because if these songs were just, I mean, it's all relative. It's art. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't. I love it. If I didn't, it would be close to impossible to do this, because you got to live this. You got to live it. It's 24/7.
Yeah. Have you guys played in any of the smaller venues at this time, or what your favorite ones are going to? I know common ones, the House of Blues in Boston.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've played pretty much all of them, and I've also I also like to kind of try other types of music. I played in a couple of reggae bands before. I played in like some like alternative bands, and I'll jump on bass on some of them, and I'll play some rock reggae or whatever, and just you go from the big places to the smaller places. There's where 20 people fit in. And sometimes the smaller ones are cool. They're cool to play too, because you're right in everybody's face. You know what I mean? It's just a good time. It's a good party, and But I think as a musician, you want to just try to get out there as much as you can with and kind of expand your boundaries, I guess, your musical boundaries, and try to learn as much as you can.
So who's one of your favorites there, Dave? And musician wise, and then Richie, same thing.
Like I got into all those bands, Metallica, Motorhead. Motorhead was a huge influence, especially Jim Lemmy being the bass, just the beast that he was. And he was the dude, Motorhead and Metallica, that started to bridge, for me anyway, it's all interpreted, but bridge punk rock and metal. Because I was a big punk rock dude growing up, talking young, like junior high school. So I got into bands like Bad Brains, DOA, the Circle Jerks, Black Flag, all those bands. And then all of a sudden this thing started to happen with bands like, the Seattle thing happened, so Nirvana, Soundgarden, Jane's Addiction, all those what they call, I don't like labels, but it was sort of labeled, I guess, post-punk. But that's when, like you were talking about, the bands that really did it for you. So when bands like Soundgarden and Alice in Chains and Nirvana came around, I was blown away, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. I saw Nirvana play in Boston for like 40, 50 people at a club right across the street from TT the Bears. It was, I forget what it was, Man Ray it was called. They'd only have shows one night a week. I saw Alice in Chains at the Channel, which is a bigger room, but still. I saw Soundgarden at Axis, half full.
Remember the Access? Yeah, I remember the Access.
My buddy's band backed him up. This kid I went to high school with. So yeah, those bands, that was it for me, you know. And oddly enough, they were all from the same city and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah. And I still listen to that stuff today, man, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Especially Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Allison, I was listening to them the other day, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. You know what? For me, it's always been like the greats. You know, you got like Jimi Hendrix, Tony Iommi, Randy Rhoads, Jimmy Page. You know, all the greats, man. You know, it's like can never stop listening to those guys. And every time you listen to them, you hear something new. You know,
Right.
You know, Eddie Van Halen. You know, just all the classics, all the greats. It's just very inspiring. You know, it's kind of what got me into playing anyway. So,
Cool.
you know. On YouTube, you know, check it out on Spotify, check out our playlist. You know, we're hoping to get some more tunes up there. Just, you know, with these times right now, it's a little bit hard to kind of record stuff, but yeah, we're going to be putting more music up there, and, you know, just check out our socials, you know, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channel, Spotify.
Handofthetribe.com and
Hand of the Tribe,
right?
/ Hand of the Tribe. Yep. Yeah. You know, we
follow us. Unfortunately, that's what. Please. That's all we got right now.
I'm just, you know, hoping everyone's staying safe out there, you know, in these crazy times, you know what I mean? It's like, I know it's tough to kind of stay at home, you know, as much as you can, but, you know, hang in there, you know, hopefully this will pass sooner than later, you know. I wish everyone well, and I hope everyone's safe and sound, and you know, I thank all of the healthcare workers, all of the, you know, all the nurses, all the doctors, anyone that's on the front line fighting this thing, you know, I want to say thank you.
All the ambulance drivers.
Yeah. All the ambulance
The person
drivers.
I live with drives an ambulance, so it's like.
You know, anyone out there that's fighting this thing, you know, I you know, we can't thank them enough. You know, thank you guys so very much to each and every one of them. I hope you guys are safe and sound. And I wish everyone well, and just keep an eye and ear out for some new Hand of the Tribe coming in the future. And, you know, we hope everyone's good.